Yo, what up, y'all? Let's jump into how to get this shot focus mod. So there's a couple rare mods that you can only get in the game through combining modules. So since the time of this video, I think I was missing maybe like 3 or 4. Now I actually got them all. So if you go into the acquisition info and you look at shot focus, it literally has no list of missions that you can do. And the reason being is because you can only get it through combining modules. Now, I wish I would have known this a long time ago, because I would have just been combining them instead of dismantling all of the duplicates. But this mod is actually pretty decent. You get an extra 4% firearm attack and then minus 4% skill power.
Welcome to the
so obviously whenever you're using this mod, you're going to be wanting to do more of like a gun build, not so much like a skill power build. Now, when I was grinding for this mod and looking for it, I was going through all the forums and stuff, looking through Reddit. Everybody is saying to combine cerulean mods because it is a cerulean Descendant mod. So the easy way for you to get this obviously would be to just combine all the ceruleans and eventually get lucky. But in my case, I actually got it from just randomly combining a bunch of them. Because it's kind of hard to simply just grind for like one type of mod like this. There's missions that you could do, different grinds that you could do, Valby, you can go do the bunny cave, you can go do the first mission in sterile land that drops all the things for the encrypted vaults, the circles and whatnot. I forgot exactly what they're called, but precision breakers and code breakers. But yeah, it's pretty hard to just grind for one type of mod, I feel like. So all you could really do is do missions, get a bunch of different mods, and then just start combining. Now, what I've noticed, because typically you would just want to combine like just the Descendant mods in order to try to get a Descendant mod. But yeah, what I've noticed, just kind of combining a bunch of them, it really doesn't even matter. Because you can combine like 4 of the same gun mod and you can get a Descendant mod, or you can combine like 4 of the same Descendant mod, get a gun mod. So I don't think it really matters. I honestly think this is literally just lottery and gamble. So all I could really say is don't dismantle your duplicates, your duplicate purples. Just try to go through there and combine all of them, and eventually you'll get lucky. And that's the same thing that happened with me. I was just, all of my duplicates, really not even duplicates, I don't even care. Like if I'm not using that mod, I'm just combining it. Doesn't even matter. And as you can see here, I combined 4 triangular mods, I'm pretty sure, and I ended up getting the shot focus. So go out there, combine all those mods. Now what I'm also going to do is I'm going to go over a quick build that I was doing on Ajax with firearm attack. You can do firearm attacks, builds on other people, obviously Glay, you could do it with Lepic, you could do it with Viesa. Those are the 3 main ones that I was using. But of course, I'm sure you can come up with a mod build or, a firearm attack build on pretty much anybody. But yeah, like I said, you could just go through and just combine the crap out of everything until you eventually get one. Now, obviously with the cerulean mods, whether it's on the Descendant or on the weapon, I believe you have the best chance of probably getting it that way. But if you don't specifically have cerulean mods, or you just have a bunch of different mods, you just keep combining them. Or actually, yeah, I said I got it on the triangle. I actually got it on cerulean mods through the gun. So as you can see, I just combined 4 green gun cerulean mods, and bam, shot focus. So the cool thing about that is you can ultimately put it on anybody. Like I was saying, I think like Lepic, Sharon, if you got ultimate Glay, that'd be really good. But the build I'm going to show you guys is going to be for ultimate Ajax. Now, when you have this fully upgraded, you're going to be looking at an extra 15% firearm attack and then minus 15% skill power. But like I said, so long as you're just doing a firearm attack build in the first place, you're literally chilling. And we will have more builds. I ended up getting all the ultimates now, so I'm actually playing with all the characters. So make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that sub button. We'll have more builds. Now this one, it's going to be a matrix recomputation build. So ultimately what that Descendant mod does is you grant a buff to people with the expulsion. So instead of it doing damage, it buffs your allies, and then mixed with Passionate Sponsor, every time you buff an ally, you get another 7.5% skill and attack. Now obviously we're not too worried about the skill, but that extra 7.5% firearm attack is going to be what we're shooting for here. Now if you're doing this build, because I use this pretty much solely for bosses, if you're going to be doing this build and you're doing it publicly with people, then I would throw on maximize range, because you're just going to lose more skill power, which you're not doing anyways, and then you'll be able to hit people a lot easier without having to be so close. If you're doing it by yourself, doing like private infiltrations, I would probably take that out and throw something else in there that you may like. I was using HP collector with it, but you can go more maximum MP. You could try to get more defense. It's completely up to you. I kind of like the HP collector, work pretty well for me. Now, if you're using HP defensive components, you're looking at about 30k HP, 35k defense. But with this build, what I actually like to do is rock a 2-set of the Decimator and the Acrobat. Decimator is going to give us another 5.1% firearm critical, and then the Acrobat's going to give us another 2.8% firearm attack. Now it does drop your life down to about 20,000, but to be honest, if you're really good at fighting bosses, you're a veteran with it, their abilities, how to dodge them, I don't really think you need more than like 20,000, 25,000 HP, but the more that you can get, the better. Now if you're looking to go out and grind these specifically so you could do the build, of course, just go into that access info. I was doing the sepulture. I was just doing like infiltrations in order to get them, because the hard mission monster at the end, he actually drops it like 80% of the time. Now, going into the weapons, this is what I was rocking on the Tamer. You'll get even more firearm attack if you're using something like Mental Focus. Of course, there's a couple other ones that you can use in order to get more firearm attack, so it's kind of up to you which one you want to put there. I pretty much already have my Tamer fully crystallized, and this is what I was using anyways, so it made it pretty easy for me. And me personally, with this build, I just do all private infiltrations, like when you're grinding something that is Obstructor or lower, because the Obstructor and higher, you have to do public infiltrations for those. But anything like Swamp Walker, Dead Bride, Pyromaniac, all of them, this absolutely just fries them. So what I'll do at the end, I'll show you guys a hard Swamp Walker fight. You actually can probably kill them a lot faster than you can with the team. If you have a good team, obviously you guys will just obliterate them, 7 minutes left in the boss fight. But if you have more of a newer team, or they're actually on that boss, or they don't have as much damage, you probably would save yourself far more time just fighting them by yourself privately. So I usually just do private infiltrations. So as you can see here, now I didn't have the best components, like I didn't get the best rolls on the Decimators and the Acrobats. So you definitely can have more HP than this. I'm just getting straight defense, no shield, no HP, no nothing. And if you're having a problem surviving, then I would definitely throw your better components back on, just so you have more HP. But if you're good at maneuvering, you're good at dodging and everything, I would definitely rock the Decimator Acrobat, because it's just going to give you way more firearm attack. So going to the info here, as you can see, we'll have some decent DPS. I rock the Tamer pretty much ultimately because I have like 5 different versions that are perfect at this point. And then I like that fully upgraded Clairvoyance. I don't use it to actually shoot the boss. I use it to shoot the ads, so like the roly-polies and everything. Now, one thing about the Tamer, it actually has less firearm attack than the Eternal Willpower. So, if you have this gun upgraded, you got some crystallizations on there, you actually probably will do far more damage with the Eternal Willpower. Well, I don't know if it's going to be far more, but you definitely will be doing more. Now, the only reason I'm not using that gun, as you can see, I don't have, any crystallization on it. I ain't really mess with it all like that. But as you can see, it definitely does more base firearm attack. But the thing is, the Tamer has more bullets, more fire rate, so it kind of evens out. But you know, with just that more base firearm attack, you know, you definitely can get some decent damage in. Now, I was rocking this build on Ajax, but there's definitely a couple other Descendants that you can use. You know, if you want to jump on Lepic, his ultimate module, Power Charge Unit, instead of you getting more skill power whenever you do the L1 plus circle or whatever the third ability is for you guys, that'll give you firearm attack instead. So if you throw shot focus on him, you probably can do some decent damage. Now, obviously, if you're using Glay, you'll 100% be able to get some decent damage rocking her. And then I think probably like a Sharon, you know, if you're doing like a sniper type of thing, if you're doing like an invis, infiltration, first hit firearm attack type of thing, you could do something like that. So yeah, I think ultimately you could probably use it on any Descendant. I was doing it on Ajax because that's what I have all my crystallization for and everything. But yeah, I definitely think it's a super good mod. Make sure down in the comments you guys let me know, how'd you guys get your shot focus? Who do you guys use it on? What do you do? I personally like it this way, especially doing the private infiltrations. The boss gets weakened anyways, you know, so he's not even doing as much damage as he would be doing if you were going public. So as long as you know the fight, you know, as long as you could dodge and maneuver around, you could definitely put out some crazy damage. And also too, what I'll add in on your gun, like based on who you're fighting, like for instance, I'm fighting the Swamp Walker here. If I would have took out maybe like better concentration and threw on like electric enhancement or the electric bullets, you probably can get more damage that way too. But to be honest, this way works perfectly fine for me as well. I'm able to kill the boss with like 5 minutes left, so I still think it's faster than, you know, playing with some teams publicly. Now, one other thing I'll add in too about that matrix recompensation, you actually, because the description reads that you can only buff an ally or a teammate in order to get that firearm attack, but it actually works when you're shooting by yourself. So as you can see, when I hit that expulsion, I actually get the buff there on the left, and that's what's giving us the firearm attack. So you'll still get it either way, whether you're doing this by yourself or with people. So hopefully this video helps you guys out. Make sure you guys hit that like button, sub button. We're gonna have way more videos coming out. We're doing more legends. You know, I got some Lepic coming out, some Viesa, some good stuff on Freyna. So yeah, make sure you guys are checking out for those vids. As always, I appreciate you guys checking it out. I'm gonna kill the rest of the Swamp Walker here, but as always, I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you on that next one. Peace.
Down. They need to be recharged.